Thanks for joining us. Now, what's going on in the US? The spectacle element seems to have got out of hand, hasn't it?
Well, to a degree, Brian, yes. There's one debate to go, of course, but what was looking like a pretty even tussle as recently as a fortnight ago now does look increasingly as if...
democracy might not be the answer.
As if we've got only one candidate here who can actually...
eliminate reason on every issue.
Fulfil the requirements of high office.
Now, the Republican Party's in trouble either way, isn't it? I mean, if they win, their hands are tied. If they lose, they're going to have to rebuild the party.
Well, Brian, I don't think there's any question that what the Republican Party has had here is a...
hostile takeover.
A pretty rough trot. As much as anything else, what we've got is a...
spoilt narcissist.
Is a man who can bring an enormous reputation from reality television and, of course, a vast...
respect for women.
A vast audience from television, Brian, but he doesn't seem to be able to do that without...
making a complete fool of himself.
Without blurring the edges of Republican Party policy, Brian.
So tell me, is Hillary the beneficiary of all this, or is she the reason why Trump's got this far?
Yeah, good question. Of course, Hillary's part of the system in Washington. Hillary's husband, Bill Clinton, of course, famously...
did not have sex with that woman.
Served 2 terms as President, Brian, and 5 terms as the governor of Arkansas. So the Clintons have been around Washington for...
whatever they could get.
For a very long time, Brian.
Isn't this one of the reasons Barack Obama beat Hillary for the Democratic nomination?
Well, I think it probably is, Brian, and of course it's one of the reasons that so many people have got behind a...
tax cheat.
A person who's not from Washington at all, Brian, a man with a business background who seems to have done it all. I mean, he started with...
200 million.
Only a few $1 million, Brian, and he's turned that into...
a fabulous haircut.
A property empire, and whether people are aware of it or not, I think a lot of them see him as... a
complete parasite.
The fulfilment of the American dream.
Do you think he can win?
I think either of them can win, Brian. It's a 2-horse race. You've got to back them both.
Well, thank you very much. It's been A pleasure to talk to you, and I hope the election...
I hope it's postponed, Brian. I'd cancel it. I wouldn't have one at all.
Hope it goes well, and thank you very much.
Really don't know why they bother.